right, I think we are ready. All right, let's do this. We got a custom order to do, so we're going to get that done real quick. It's going to be a fairly quick one today because I just want to get the one done and get moved on. So, what do we got going on here? Okay. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Anything else? So what are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing a Versustan, which we have our mold over here. And then it's going to be Aurora, medium, A10. Okay. So let's get our silicone ready. Let's see, how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? We'll do that. Oops, I need to get my recipe. Where's my recipe? There it is. Versustan 140. Okay, let's get her going here. Get our scale turned on. How we doing today? Everybody doing all right? Let's get this is our part B here. Oops, how much we need? Hey, it's 61 grams. Okay, 61 grams here. That's our target. This is a fairly small one. We just need a bit of hardener here. Need about 55 grams. There we go. This takes a little bit. Boink. This stuff is gooey. This stuff takes. There's a. Come on, just a little bit more. Come on. Just want that little bit more. Not much. That's it. That's all I want. There we go. Okay. And we'll give that a good mix. By the way, this is an Aurora, so if you're curious, these are the colors we're going to be using. Oops. All right, so we got our part B and then our hardener in here. So again, we're going for an A10. So this is a little bit firmer. This is a smaller, thinner sculpture. So it will benefit from that little bit of extra firmness. By the way, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop them in the chat. I forgot to mention, this is for order number 731. 731. There we go. I mention that because anytime we do a custom order, or anytime we have a custom order, we always do a live stream so folks can actually watch their order getting made. All right, so then let's get some part A in here. Oh, come on, we're tearing that out. There we go. What was it, 61 grams? I think that's where we were at, 61 grams. Here. That's it. And now the clock has started. Once part A and part B touch, that's when the clock starts. TikTok ATL 731, that's mine. Hey, cool. All right. So we got our part A, part B, and our hardener. Clock has started. We've got about 20 to 30 minutes on the clock here. It won't take us anywhere near that long to get it done, but that gives us plenty of time to get our pigments mixed and everything going. So let's see, we've got 180-ish grams. So we need about 60 grams per color. There's the first one. And the second one. All right, we're done with the scale. And let's get our colors going here. First one we're going to do is this purple. This is really pretty purple here. I'm going to scrape that silicone down off the sides. And I'll show you what this looks like because it's really pretty. Oh, I figured as much, ATL. I never trust anybody on TikTok. Take a look at that. How about that? That is a pretty silicone. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay. Next color. Going to be this teal. A little bit more there. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. Oh, MFA designs. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Hey, by the way, everybody, if you see MFA designs in the chat, give them a like. Tap their name. They do good stuff as well. Now this is the teal here. I'll show you that real close. Look at that. Oh, if you're curious why I keep going over here or over here, it's because I have another camera going. I've got YouTube streaming as well. And if you're curious why I keep going over there, it's because I got TikTok streaming over here. But here's that teal. Check that out. And yes, what I'm looking for is I'm making sure there aren't any clumps. We got bubbles in here, which is fine. We'll deal with the bubbles here in a minute. But we don't need to worry about bubbles. We do need to worry about clumps, though. And I don't have any clumps, so we're good. All right, let's get this last one going here. Demented. That teal, though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a pretty teal. Ooh. Is that MFA? Yeah, MFA. You just got your second booster. Okay. Gotcha. Your monster faves. Yeah. Throw some likes up there. Hey, appreciate it. Okay. Here's the black. I mean, the black is kind of hard to see. It's just pretty black. There's a little bit of iridescence, or not iridescence, a little bit of pearlescence to it. There's not much though. It's pretty much just a background color for the purple and the teal. All right, let's get the silicone into the vacuum chamber. Oops. And by the way, while it's in the vacuum chamber, it's a really good time to ask questions. So if you've got them, drop them in the chat, and I will do my best to answer them as we go along. Hey, Yosh, how you doing? Actually, I didn't have to appeal it. They only kicked me off for about 10 minutes, or my ban, quote unquote, was for only 10 minutes. So didn't really care too much. There was nothing to appeal. How about TikTok? How about you guys? You got any questions or anything for me? Let's see. Demented. Biggest order I've had. I have done a few wholesale orders, which could be anywhere from 30 to 50 pieces. Hex. What was that? Hexen 79. How much and where do I get a vacuum chamber? Actually, you can get them on Amazon. But if you go to one of my websites, I have a website. It's called imakesextoys.com. There's a page that has recommended gear list, or there's a link on there. It's recommended gear list. And I have links for all of the vacuum chambers, vacuum pumps, all that kind of stuff. You're going to spend about $250 on a vacuum chamber and vacuum pump. Johnny Snyder, what type of silicone do you use? Type of silicone is platinum pure silicone. Now, as far as brand goes, I'll generally recommend people start with Smooth On or something like that, because it's a really good brand. There are a lot of folks out there who use it, and there are a lot of resources for it. Now, depending on where you are in the world, there are other brands that might be a little bit more affordable or a little bit more accessible for you, like Polytech or Whacker. So those are possibly other options as well. She Bears Seabiscuit, is that the name? What are you doing? Right now we're vacuuming out some silicone. Hexen, if I have an air compressor, can I use that with a vacuum chamber? No, you need a vacuum pump, not an air compressor. Now then, I mentioned website. There is a link in my bio that goes to Linktree. If you go to my website, there's, oops, that's not the right lid for that. You can go to my website. You can find all of these toys and things like that there. I do also have a secondary website where I teach people how to make toys, and that is called imakesextoys.com. Demented. The purple looks like little spores. Yeah, I mean the marbling and the little bubbles that happen when it's vacuuming like that is really, really cool. It's really, really pretty. Your mom's fave? I didn't see your question. What was the weirdest order you did? Everything I do is specific to my models, so it's not really weird. I mean, I've done some really squishy stuff. So like doing a parabolica in 0030 or a gibbous in 0030 can be a little bit weird just because it's so squishy. Ninja pineapple, Ninja Punjabi, Ninja whatever. Their go-to source for colors. I'll generally tell people to go to TKB Trading. I'll show you that in just a second here. I'm gonna get the things moved back around so I can get the vacuum chamber unloaded. TKB Trading. They make it really easy to get body safe pigments. All right, let's get this unloaded here, and then we're going to get this poured. All right, so we got our purple. It's going to be our base. I say our base. That's the first color that's going to be in the cup. Second color is going to be our black. And I realize you may not be able to see everything at the moment, but believe me, I will make sure that you get to see everything by the end of it. Being fairly gentle here. I don't want to introduce any new air because we just spent all that time vacuuming out all of the air bubbles. All right. Now the second color going in is teal. It goes right on top of the black. And again, just being fairly gentle. The cure time on this is fairly long, about 4 hours. So even if we have even if we get a little bit of get some bubbles in there, they're going to work their way to the top anyway. I say that. We try not to get any bubbles. And the way that the molds are all designed and the way that these models are all designed is that they shouldn't trap any air in them anyway. So it's not really a thing that I need to worry about. All right, let's get this. Slug has camera. Yeah. Also, check out. Or I'll put this. I'll put it in the chat here. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Can I do that? Where's my chat? How do I type in the chat? I don't know. Anyway, I'll come back around to it here in a second. All right, let's get this pour done. Oh, I didn't show you guys the inside. There you go. That is what the inside looks like. We got purple on the bottom, black, and then teal on top. Get this back in place. Everybody can see everything. Good. All right, let's get her done here. And one smooth pour. Right about now, we should start seeing that purple come in. Where's the purple? There it is. Might be kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's there. There, you should be able to see it by now. We start getting those traces of purple fairly early on, actually. All right, we need to do one little squishy real quick. Scoot that off to the side. Get the squishy ready. Ooh, maybe we can get a couple of squishies. All right, last little bit here. Okay, now we got to do a little bit of butt art on the mold. Well, let's take a look at that because that's pretty. Do. All right. Okay, there were questions. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Yosh on YouTube asking, has anyone ever ordered just a pure neon? No, actually, they haven't. Michael Clark saying, looking good. Yeah, actually, this is a gorgeous board. I love the Aurora. Who else? Where do the molds come from? I make them. I make my own models, and I make my own molds. Yeah, TKB trading is good. Honestly, just go to my website, imakesextoys.com. Can somebody put that in the chat? That go in there? Yeah, just go to imakesextoys.com, and that will. I have links to everything there. TKB Trading. I have links to where you can buy the silicone, where you can get the vacuum chambers, everything that you might need, all of the supplies, everything. She Bears, Seabiscuit. When can we see it? This will take about 4 hours to cure. So actually, if you want to go see it now, you can go to my website, look for the Aurora Versuston. So. All right, what else you got for me? Michael Clark really is nice. The black just sets it off. Yeah, the black is really just there as a background for the teal and the purple. All right, and again, this is for order number 731. So if you have an order in and the order number, last three digits of the order number is 731, then this one was for you. All right, well, with that, I'm going to wrap it up and get out of here. Okay, everybody, bye. 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 All right, button. Who's got the button? All right, TikTok is gone. How you guys doing over there on YouTube? Let's get this thing rearranged here. Yo, any chance we'll do a Phoenix pour? Yeah, actually, I need to do one. I'm gonna probably end up redoing all of. Well, I am gonna redo. I say redo. I'm gonna do an example of all of my pours because if you have been following me on Twitter, then you might have seen some of the pour guide images that I've been posting. Because I've been posting or I've been creating pour guides for all of my different pour patterns and also recipes for all of my different silicone firmnesses. And that's part of my toy making course. So yeah, I'll do another Phoenix soon. And I've got some ideas of how I want to do it because I've been playing with different pour patterns. And what was it? So I think this is getting pretty close to it. These are actually, I think these are the colors for the Phoenix. This is fairly close to the pour pattern, but it's not quite right. And I need to figure out how I want to come back around to the Phoenix pour pattern. But yeah, the Phoenix pour pattern will end up in the pour guide next time I do one, which I'll probably do another pour later on this week. Maybe that'll end up, maybe I'll do a Phoenix. It depends on if I have another order or something I need to get done. It just kind of depends on what's in the queue. All the different things. All right, any other questions over there on YouTube? Yeah, Yosh asking, is it all about how it is in the cup before you pour it? Yes, pretty much. The positioning in the cup determines the order in which it's going to pour. And there's some interesting things that happen as you're pouring because it's not necessarily, if you actually go back and watch some of the old videos, I'm gonna draw this. If I do, here's just a bullseye, and I'm pouring in this direction. This part here is actually the part that is going to come out first. And so if you think about the fact that this is what's going to come out first, all of this is going to get warped around. It's weird. This is going to come out, and that's going to force everything else to get warped around as this comes out. And I don't know if that makes sense. But then again, if you do something like, does this wipe off? Yeah, it does. Good. If you do something like this, and you're pouring across this way, well, again, this is going to be the first stuff that comes out, which means it's going to pour across this. And again, it's going to warp all of this. So, this is going to come out, this part's going to come out first, followed by this, then by this, because it's going to push. Yeah, there's some interesting fluid dynamics that's happening here, and I can't really describe it other than to say, basically, I do this. This comes out first. This comes out second. This part comes out third. And then this here kind of just floats behind all of this other stuff. So I don't know if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, the positioning in the cup makes a difference. But there is also some blending that happens as this is coming across like this. So right in here, you're getting a little bit of blending here as this is coming across. So you got color 1, color 2, color 3. You got some blending that's happening. Anyway, yes, the positioning of the cup determines how it's going to come out. And it is very interesting. It's all fluid dynamics. It has to do with viscosity. And if you really want to play with things, here's something you can do. Again, if you were to do that same, let's see, color 1, color 2, color 3, but you change the viscosity so that color number 1 has a very low viscosity and color number 3 has a very high viscosity, your color number 1 is going to want to pour out first. Your 2 is going to warp around color 1 as it's pouring, and then 3 is going to warp around this way. So there's some interesting things. Again, your 1 is going to come out, then your 2, then your 3. And you can kind of play with your viscosity. And you can influence the way things are going to pour based off of your viscosity. Does stacking of the color matter? Yes, the stacking of the color does matter because it's basically, as you stack the colors, it's forcing the colors out. Let's see. So you know that first color doesn't really do anything because it's just there. When you drop in your second color, it's actually just right there in the middle. When you drop in your third color, it's actually forcing that second color out as your third color comes in. So as you're doing that, you're actually using your third color to push your second color out to create your bullseye. So yes, the stacking of them does matter. You know, again, you could do something interesting here if you wanted to, which is something like that, and then pour across that way. So again, this is the part that's going to come out first because it's kind of the position in the cup. It's about 2/3 of the way back from the cup. This is where it's going to start pouring from. And so then, again, you've got some weird warping that's going to happen here. But this is the part that's going to come out first. And basically it's going to start pulling like this. And so as it's pouring, I think this is actually the way the Phoenix is supposed to be done, is offset. But I don't remember at this point, so I have to go back and rediscover the way that I did the original of Phoenix. So that's a mess. Yeah, that pink, blue, and yellow, and the blue flowed all over. Yep, I can show you that one. This one. Because if you remember, the blue was way back here, pink was here, and yellow was at the bottom. And the blue flowed over the pink, which is how we got this. And we got that pink that was happening in there. We got some pink and blue marbling that's happening there. And then that blue filling in that gap there. I think that's how it was. And then the yellow comes in at the end because it's the part that's out here and then back here. So, yeah. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to go rehydrate. All right, everybody. Bye.